I'm terrified of spiders, completely terrified of them. I was screaming, sweating, retching.
It's all cats, even kittens. They just terrify me.
But I'm really scared, to be perfectly honest. There's the thoughts of actually touching one, touching that tail. I mean, there's no sense in this. It's absolutely stupid, but it really is frightening.
If a live bird was able to come near me, it would be an instant reaction. My heart starts palpitating, whoosh. I can feel sort of the adrenaline had an immediate effect on my heart. I just panic.
Pick one of the lights or something to stare at anyway, some point to fix your eyes on. Fix your eyes on that point. And don't take your
Most
eyes
of us
off
grow
that.
out of irrational fears which have us checking under the bed for scary monsters. But for 4 million animal phobics, such fear and blind panic dominate their lives.
It's my voice that's important, not the words that I'm saying.
Once a month, 30 desperate arachnophobics come to London Zoo. A common desire binds them to be cured of their debilitating fear of spiders.
Let the sound of my voice wash over you.
In a single afternoon and for £90 each, hypnotherapist Robert Farrago claims he can put paid to their anxiety permanently.
Tired and heavy. People come to the Friendly Spider program when they've had enough, when the fear is so overwhelming or so strong or so inconvenient that they can't live with it anymore. Often some sort of event triggers their desire to come see us.
Landscape gardener Wayne Ward has a special reason to be cured of his spider phobia. On Boxing Day, he and his fiancée Dina fly out to the Gambia to be married.
I've been told there's lots of tarantulas out there, which I'm not impressed with at all. So Dina will be checking the bed every night before I get in it, checking under the bed,
Have my orders.
turning my clothes inside and out, making sure nothing's crawled in. So then we should be all right. But any spiders appear, I'm not interested.
What are you, some sort of jetty, are you?
Oh, don't, the old spider, that's why you're here. Come across any, you can move them out of the way.
Oh, I don't mind a spider, mate. Only little things.
When we're on jobs or we're, chopping trees down or whatever, you're always full of dirt and things fall on you. And now and again, I've come home and, spiders have crawled out of my jacket after I've taken them off that I haven't known about, thank God. But it's not clever.
I'd like to see him get over his phobia. And it's not a nice thing to be scared of something, is it? You shouldn't have to be scared of anything, really.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, not too bad.
Good. Got your dress ready? Yes, it's
Brilliant.
ready. Let's go. Just turn round and you can have a look and see.
It started off that we were all going out to the Gambia on just a family holiday, and we said, oh, well, since we're going somewhere nice and hot, let's get married over there. I've now got 5 bridesmaids, a page boy, which is Daniel, and we've got an usher. It's got bigger and bigger as it's gone along.
Right, I think that's pretty much it. Made the right decision, haven't you?
I think so. Just hope Wayne thinks so as well.
I was working on a house redecorating right the way through, me and my uncle. As we're going along, I've seen him look, and I've looked to see what he was looking at, and it was this big spider, about this size. I'm walking along the dashboard, so I've immediately stopped, pulled over, opened the door, jumped out, didn't bother looking, just straight out. Could have been knocked up in the air, but I had to get out of the cab because of the spider. But at the time I didn't think, so if I'd have got knocked up in the air, it'd been tough luck.
On Saturday, Wayne's going to the Friendly Spider Day. It's a last-ditch attempt to ensure that when the big day arrives, he'll be at Dina's side making his vows.
I'm not convinced I can be cured.
I I think if I gave him a spider now, he'd probably...
Take off.
I think the wedding would be off, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Scary monsters, sober creeps.
Most of us can't understand how a small eight-legged creature can evoke such terror. But a phobia can focus on all manner of crawling creatures.
Sober creeps, keep me running, scared.
So why do people react with such revulsion? Graham Davey from Sussex University has a theory.
Phobics tend to have high disgust sensitivity levels. That is, they tend to be people who are disgusted by the animals rather than being frightened of them. And all of these animals actually have some link with disgust in some way. There are animals which look like disgusting things. Disgusting things are things like feces and mucus. So people tend to be frightened of slimy animals like snakes, frogs, newts, or animals that look slimy but actually aren't slimy. Spider fear is also related to disgust in some way. From at least the 10th century onwards, we find that people believed that spiders would often extract poisons from plants, and if a spider then touched food or fell into a vat of water, that food and water would have to be thrown away. But also, of course, media takes over as well, and spiders are now traditionally, culturally portrayed as being frightening animals.
There are only three ways to get a phobia. One is through a traumatic experience. Two is through learning it from an authority figure, say a mother, father, teacher. And the third way is through the culture. Those are the only three ways you can get a phobia. The people who come to this program are people who are literally terrified of spiders. People who tape up their doors to protect themselves from spiders in certain rooms. People who can't look at the tops of tomatoes. People whose whole lives are completely ruled by this fear.
I think it must be the speed, the way they move and scuttle so quickly that really bugs me. I think that's what really frightens me most of all.
Wendy Mould's life is ruled by profound spider phobia. Last year, the family moved to a large Edwardian house in Norfolk. Now they're busy renovating the place. But for Wendy, DIY spells danger.
This is a room that, so far since we moved into the house, we haven't actually lived in here at all. So there's still lots of work to do in the house, in this room. And as we see up in the curtains, there's lots of spiders' webs up there, and so it's going to be quite a problem for Wendy.
I don't want to pull the curtains down at the moment because I know there are lots of spiders in all the folds. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't do it. I might have to do it with a broom even then I'd find it really hard.
Around the edges of the room, all the skirting boards have got to come out because we've got to replace the floor. And I know from the skirting boards I have taken out already, there's going to be quite a lot of spiders behind there.
They're so quick. They're so quick. They look very aggressive to me as well. I don't like the way their legs bunch up. Even if it's a dead one, it doesn't make any difference. I can't even pick up a spider leg, a single spider leg from the sink or what have you. I'm always aware when I'm doing anything that I have to make sure there's no spiders. So before I put on a coat, I will shake out the arms and shake it out. If I'm getting out of the shower or the bath, shake out the bath towel, make sure there's no spiders in there. So there's a ritual every morning. And the ritual at night before I get into bed, I look under the covers, take back the pillows, make sure there's nothing there. When I had one walk across me, I just went berserk. I mean, totally, my husband thought I was having a heart attack. I was screaming, sweating, retching, clawing at myself. If it actually got on my skin, I pulled off my t-shirt so vigorously. I had big scratches across my chest where I sort of tried to claw it off, good, won't it, Kim?
I suppose.
Yeah.
I think she's a little bit silly, really, in being scared of spiders, because sort of like really they're just harmless little animals. But I'm scared of them as well, so I can't really complain. But I think it's really the fact that I've picked it off my mum, because sort of like when she's screaming because there's a spider, it's sort of like rubbed off on me.
Sharon and somebody else, these spiders.
Right, so we're all up early in the morning, remember?
Wendy's long search for a cure may be about to end with a short journey to London and the Friendly Spider programme.
Friendly Spider
programme.
Yeah.
I hope I can be cured. I'm sceptical. In fact, I actually phoned up Robert Frogland after we'd booked it and said, look, do I have to believe this is going to work for it to work? And he said, no, I don't. I really hope I'll be cured, because it's just horrid, isn't it? It's horrible.
Joe is a lion tamer. His family's been creating circus spectacle for 300 years. Most people would be too scared to get this close to all those teeth and claws, but not Joe Fawcett. Joe's bête noire haunts him not with a roar, but a squeak. Away from the big top, Joe the lion tamer confesses to a tiny secret.
This really has got to be one of my worst nightmares. The mice are the worst, because I don't like the tail. The tail's absolutely revolting, the way they sort of move around. I don't like their ears either, and the way they sort of... But what frightens me worst of all is if they run, the tail goes stiff. I mean, I know there's no sense in this, it's absolutely stupid, but it really does sort of send a shiver down my spine. The gerbils at the bottom, well, it's the tail again, and the way they sort of keep moving. It's bad enough standing here, but I mean, if one was loose, I really couldn't handle that. And I suppose I'm really scared, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I have to sort of move away very fast. There's the thoughts of actually touching one, touching that tail. I mean, there's no sense in this, it's absolutely stupid, but it really is frightening.
Well, it's tragic, really, isn't it, for a lion tamer?
That's nice, isn't it? I've been a great yarn for all year presenting a group of lions. I mean, lions I feel completely differently about. I mean, although they're dangerous and a lion can kill you quite easily, they don't scare me in the slightest way. But going in with a cage full of lions, I find a lot easier than going in a room with 3 mice. There's no logic at all. When a mouse runs, its tail goes up. I mean, I sort of go all stiff and run away. But if a lion was going for me, I mean, I'd feel a lot better about it, a lot braver. People give me a terrible time about this. Rebecca especially. Terrible. Oh, that's stupid. I mean, even now, that's stupid, isn't it? I mean, I know it's absolutely ridiculous. I know. It's one of those frightening things. Let's hope I get better as I get older.
OK, ladies, can we have some quiet, please? Right, last lesson about...
Joe Fawcett might be resigned to his phobia, but Linda Holland faces her living nightmare every waking hour.
That are in trouble. One species was the dodo. It became extinct, right?
Linda teaches at an exclusive international girls' school. Her subject, biology, and she's petrified of birds.
We have an expression in English called to be as dead as a dodo. What type of animal is the dodo?
A bird.
A bird?
A bird appears and it's just, I can't do anything about it. There's just, the heart starts beating fast and there's nothing I can do. I'm absolute, so I'd rather sit an exam, I'd rather come down a black run skiing, I'd rather do on a roller coaster, you know, on those at Disneyland where they do the corkscrew turns, anything than handle a bird.
birds are flying down near me, swooping down on me, you'll find I'll duck. I'll swoop as well, I'll duck down to avoid them. And that's a bit disconcerting if you're out with friends and they don't realise, for instance, or they've forgotten that you've got a bird phobia. If a bird came close to me, I would run away. It's fight or flight, I'd flee immediately and scream probably as well. Now, I have here in class, I have one skeleton of a bird. I know that birds are harmless. I know about the biology of birds. I teach about the physiology of flight. It's quite small without the feathers on and things, isn't it? The bones of muscles and feathers and wings, but I still can't do anything about it. There's nothing I can do. Very light. Do you want to pass it along so they can see? I know it's a silly fear. I'm very well aware that I don't want to be transmitting my fear to children.
I'm scared of bugs.
Spiders.
Lizards.
Moth. Jellyfish, because they're slimy and slippery and they sting you and they've got all these little hanging legs. And I think they're awful. And they're see-through.
Yeah. So we've got this moment now to meet these pigeons.
Determined to overcome her dread, Linda has bravely agreed to take part in an experiment using a heart rate monitor to gauge her physical reaction to birds. Even the thought of it is traumatising, and her pulse rate begins to rise.
Come on, come on, come on.
It's now reading 89, 88.
Come on, come on.
In front of her, a bird phobic's living nightmare. Linda hasn't been as close as this in years.
Do you think you could hold one?
No, definitely not.
Stroke it? Huh? I've had them all my life, and they've always been
there's
fantastic animals. They're not.
I'm sure.
They're not. Not harmless at all.
Probably like how I like dogs.
They're like my children. Actually, like children to me. They don't like. They don't.
I'm sure. I don't like its beak. Don't like its legs. The head moving round. Its claws.
Okay, how high is it on? 113. That's definitely the highest we've seen so far.
I don't want you to fight your thoughts now, but I do want you to begin to slow them down.
To get to grips with the phobia which has dogged her life, Linda booked an appointment with hypnotherapist Robert Farrago.
Deeper now with every breath out. All hypnosis is subconscious domination of the subject. It's not a very politically correct thing to say, but the point is that the hypnotist is the authority figure. The hypnotist takes charge of the other person's mind, and the hypnotist changes that other person's mind. And one thing you need to acknowledge right now, one little fact you need to let sink deep into your mind, like a stone thrown into a clear mountain lake, is that birds are safe. Once I've got someone hypnotized, I've got them in a deeply receptive state of mind. And when they're in that state of mind, I can then guide their mind to certain images, and I can begin to take control over their subconscious reactions to the world. So when they're in hypnosis, I can literally reprogram their subconscious mind, switch that survival response off, and then change their life. From this moment on, you will be able to see birds as a scientist would, for that's what you are. You'll be able to see them for the fascinating, extraordinary creatures that they are. You'll be able to touch them. You'll be able to just watch them, knowing that every instinct in their little minds keeps them from wanting to get near you. Imagine yourself now experiencing a bird, seeing it for what it really is, a magnificent result of evolution.
It's so light, yeah.
Well, it has to be light to fly.
To fly, exactly.
Parrots are the only birds with feet with two on the front.
I haven't touched one of these for a long, long time.
There you go.
Yeah. Right.
Do you you want to try having
Wanna be
him
a
on your
perch?
hand?
Just, I'll let him sit on that hand and you let him feed out of that one.
Okay, his hands will...
Gonna
Let
walk
me
on
feel
you.
him. Will he grip me? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And then bring them together.
Bring the two hands together so you can feed. There you go. So drop your shoulders.
Right.
Well, there you go. Now you've got a bird in your hand. Apparently.
This is amazing.
There you go.
As Linda came to terms with her phobia, Wayne Ward wrestled with the worrying prospect of facing up to his.
Where you going tomorrow? Oh, to the London Zoo. Cure me phobia of spiders.
In less than 24 hours, he'll know if his doubts are justified, or if he'll be up to the challenge of his Gambian wedding.
So they're going to hypnotise you, aren't they?
So they say, yeah. Can't see it working myself, though.
Practically any animal can be the focus of an animal phobia. It's like an invisible prison, inhibiting and dominating its victim's life. Lynn Evans is anxious to break free. She works for a large book wholesaler and is paralysed by the sight of a frog.
I can't remember a time when I wasn't scared of frogs. I have quite bad nightmares. And I can't open books on a bad day for fear of seeing a photograph of a frog, which is quite hard when you've got all these lovely books around you. Something like the Guinness Book of Animal Records, there are going to be frogs in there somewhere. And I wouldn't necessarily look at the F section. I think it's something to do with the lack of control as well. They do strike me as the sort of things that might just sort of come at me. I've got no idea why this is. I do find it very hard to sort of explain all that, because it sounds so completely irrational. I'd thought that I'd avoided frogs to the extent where they just wouldn't really interfere with my life that much. But I've recently discovered that even in central London, you can't always get away from these things. And I particularly had a shock because I came upon a frog quite unexpectedly on the Northern Line. It's rarely affected, but since Thamesmead started featuring this amazingly noticeable poster, I do occasionally wish to just leap off the train, because it's an image which takes me by surprise. It makes me feel sick and it makes me feel quite wobbly. It's an image that stays with me all day once I've seen it. I'm always conscious if I'm out walking that that leaf on the floor might be a frog. And it's always at the back of my mind. I would very much like to be cured, but I'm rather afraid of the process leading up to the cure, and that's one of the reasons I've never really explored it before.
Hi, Lynn. So this is our second time of meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. And what we want to do today is really three things. We're going to review
The large majority of phobia sufferers rarely seek professional help, and opinions differ about how to treat them. The Maudsley Hospital is Europe's leading centre for anxiety disorders and a foremost teaching hospital. Here, Simon Darnley and his colleagues treat 150 patients each week.
The treatment for animal phobias is called exposure, which is a very graded step-by-step way of getting someone to face their fear in their own time, and to face it and to stay with the anxiety that causes, and then to find out that that anxiety levels off and comes down over time. And once that anxiety comes down, they've beaten it. It's the anxiety they need to face. And by facing that in with their thoughts and also the physical feelings it causes, at their own pace, in a graded step-by-step way, you find that it has about an 80% success rate. The more blips you have, the less and less they'll get, the higher they get. They'll start to come down by themselves. That's really good. The anxiety about doing that, what would it be?
It was really quite high.
Yeah.
Because every new image, I just sort of recoiled, absolute horror. That's fine, that's okay.
That's fine. So I've got.
The therapy session progresses, and Lynn makes the leap safely from frog images to the real thing.
What's your anxiety about that?
I suppose it's not too bad, really.
Good. How would you rate it if you were to pin it down? Let's focus on that.
Sort of 3-ish.
3-ish?
I think 3-ish.
So the therapy roughly takes between 6 to 8 sessions, and we would then follow people up from 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and a year follow-up to make sure that they're maintaining their gains and continuing to improve. How close do you think you get to it?
It's got little red eyes.
Good. If you can gradually move in your own time as close as you feel comfortable with, they can just about cope with, and that's really good.
There again, it's not.
That's good. Okay.
I'm sorry, Frog.
No, that's all right.
She's done really well to pick the box up now, hasn't she? She even said that she likes the frog. She's not even looking at it as she's talking about it now, which is obviously helpful.
Eventually, Lynn summons up the courage to get ever closer to the frog.
Here we go. Lid off. Next stage. She's coping well with the movement, though. She's not flinching with that.
What do you think you can do?
I don't know.
That's good.
He doesn't like me doing it. No.
That's brilliant.
I don't think I've ever voluntarily touched one.
Remarkably, after only 2 hours, Lynn has taken the first tentative steps to controlling her anxiety. And on the way, she's made a new and most unexpected friend.
Keeping it near the eye when you're touching it. Excellent. Knowing what you've done before. Can I move
The Maudslay's technique depends on self-help. Lynn's next step will be to take her newfound friend home. So what did she think of her progress so far?
Well, it started off with me being totally terrified. Now I'm totally relieved. A, it's over, and B, I seem to have made friends with, well, to a certain extent, with this little chap. And I'm taking him home to get to know him a bit better.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Phobias affect all ages, all social classes. And although more women than men admit to it, it's known to afflict both sexes equally. In the scary kingdom of animal phobias, there are a multitude of conflicting theories about their origins. Sigmund Freud believed that sexuality and aggression underpin all anxiety disorders, especially phobias. Surrounded by Freud memorabilia in a museum devoted to the psychologist's work, Dr. Paul Williams explained why.
We as psychoanalysts would want to think about an animal phobia from the point of view of what the animal symbolises for the person concerned. I recall a female patient in treatment who had an apparent fear of cats, and it became apparent in the therapy. And she had a fantasy that cats engaged in sexual activity whenever they wanted. They were sort of free to do this. And she herself was a somewhat prim and proper person. And we discovered that actually she had a very deep-seated unconscious envy of what she thought was the cat's freedom to do what it liked, essentially.
A lot of the theories that analysts have are usually no more than intellectual masturbation. It feels good when people are doing it to talk about these things at some higher level, some discovering sexuality and making links between people's fears, you know, with frogs and mothers' breasts and stuff like that. But there's absolutely no evidence for this.
I think if you are a therapist and someone presents themselves as a phobic of a particular animal, and you start talking about wider issues, the person will follow you. The subject will follow you wherever you want to go. But I think that is intrusive, I think it's dangerous, and it's inappropriate. The person who's coming to you for a phobia wants that phobia removed. And as the therapist, that's your job.
Unless one gets to the bottom of what worries this particular patient, anxiety is likely to return.
One person's lovable pet is another person's worst nightmare.
I don't like their eyes.
The fur, the way they stalk around. I think they're spooky. I think they're supernatural in some sort of way. They just terrify me. Oh, I don't really know what to say about them. They're just horrible. Stalking around. To me, they're just looking at me as if to say, I'm going to get you. If I see a cat in the street, I can look away or walk across the road or get out of the way. But if I'm actually trapped in a house somewhere, in a room, and a cat came in, I just jump up and my body drains. And I'm just absolutely engulfed in fear. It's all cats, even kittens. The way they pounce around, you don't know what a cat's going to do next, but especially a kitten. They're so playful, they're pouncing around, they're jumping around. I don't think anybody understands your fear unless they've got a fear themselves of something. Then they know how you feel. It affects my life in many ways. There's places I won't go if I know there's cats going to be there. I've got friends who've got cats, and unless I can trust them and I know that they put them away into a bedroom or outside, I wouldn't go around there. I've been into pubs where you could be sitting having a meal and all of a sudden a cat will appear. And I'm just terrified. I can't sit, I can't rest and eat my meal in peace. I'm absolutely terrified of them. It might as well be a lion.
Friday night, North Acton. A pre-gig rehearsal for London-based band The Third Kind. By day, Rachel Smith-Ronsley is an advertising account executive. 3 nights a week she manages the band. But close encounters of a different kind preoccupy her.
As soon as I look at them, I actually magnify them in panic. Even though I can't stand them, I daren't let them run under the bed or disappear behind a radiator, because if that happens, then I'm stuck. I have to leave the house and I can't sleep there or I can't sit there until it's found.
Rachel's phobia is a textbook case. It casts a shadow over her life. Unexpected encounters, even with dead spiders, trigger an immediate irrational response, and terror lurks round every corner.
Well, I was here at Camden Market about 2 years ago, just doing last-minute Christmas shopping, and there weren't actually that many stalls here, because it was so early. And suddenly, from quite a big distance, I don't know, 100 yards or so, I saw the framed Peruvian tarantula, at least I think that's what it is, bird eating or something, and basically passed out. Well, I banged my head on one of those metal poles, yeah, on the stalls. But I think I was a bit concussed for a day as well. Well, I know exactly where they are and I'm not going to look at them. I'm going to studiously avoid them. And I know that they're dead, but I've made it. Another occasion was in the toilet. I saw the mother of all spiders. I screamed for help. So Michaela came through with a pint glass and a postcard. He actually had the spider in the glass. I was standing about, what, a yard, 2 yards away from him. And it just exploded. I honestly believe that I was in such a state that there was some sort of electrical field around me, and that I made it spontaneously combust. I really do want to get over it. It's been such a big part of my life that, and it's such a silly thing, But I'd like to hold my head up and be able to be in a room and not, you know, faint or crumble.
Absolutely petrified.
Frightened to death.
Saturday morning, and Wayne and Dina's hopes for a successful wedding in Gambia are pinned on the Friendly Spider programme.
I'll blame you if it goes wrong.
What, divorce?
Yeah, divorce.
Will we get there?
Here we are.
Look.
Kiss, kiss.
Have a kiss. Say good luck, Daddy.
How are you feeling, Wendy?
Nervous?
Spiders, horrible, yes? Terrible things happen to you when you encounter spiders.
Rachel, Wayne and Wendy join 30 other arachnophobes. Now a single purpose links their lives: to conquer their fear of spiders.
You need to know it. 2 minutes now and talk about what it is you don't like. So pairs of two. Yeah? There you go.
The rest of the world might not understand, but meeting a fellow arachnophobe is like meeting a soulmate.
It's probably harder for you being a man.
I can't even watch them on television now. I used to be able to, but if I don't know where it is, I can't relax at all.
Yeah.
And because it means it could hide, we go behind a radiator or something like that.
Right, what else don't you like about spiders? Speed. Oh, let's do a quick poll, by the way. How many people don't like spiders' legs? Don't like the legs? Whoa, 100%. There we go. Speed. What do you mean good? What else don't you like about spiders? Anything else? The bodies. What else? Anything else? Okay. And I introduce to you the man who knows a great deal about spiders, Paul Pierscott.
Thank you very much, Robert. One of the very first things to put across is there are over 30,000 different types of spider in the world. It's an incredibly successful group, partly because they've been around almost longer than any other animal has.
The Friendly Spider programme combines group hypnosis with expert facts and figures from the invertebrate department at London Zoo.
We all have a lot of misconceptions about spiders, and all kinds of negative things that just aren't correct. And you see it even here at the zoo. Teachers will bring in young children into the invertebrate house here, and they'll say, "Oh, look at that, children, isn't it horrible? Come on, let's go and see the nice giraffes or something." We tend to pigeonhole spiders as bad pests. That's a pest, right? But of course, it's so bizarre because it's quite the reverse. It's the spiders which are controlling the real pests. The cockroaches, the flies, the mosquitoes, whatever it might be. They are very own pest control officers for us.
Just let the sound of my voice wash over you.
Meanwhile, Robert Farrago is delving deep into his subject's subconscious. Since it began 5 years ago, 1,500 arachnophobes have been through the Friendly Spider programme.
Every breath out is like a wave rolling slowly and gently onto the shore. During the actual hypnosis, people often say it's an incredibly boring experience. They are expecting to go out like a light, they're expecting to lose consciousness, but they don't. So they're just sitting there listening to me prattle on. Oftentimes they're thinking, I'm not hypnotized, what is he talking about? In this state of mind, you can see things in their proper perspective. And when you are in this state of mind, you can make changes. I get a great deal of pleasure out of helping people to achieve their goals. In order to do that, I have to have power. And that power over their minds is something I'm comfortable with. I'm trained to use, I'm experienced using it, and it's fun. Yes, I'm a control freak, absolutely. I have no problem with that. And now, take the fear of spiders and put it into the cloud. Turn the cloud black. Take all the sweating, the shaking, the anxiety, the nervousness, the tension, the embarrassment, the humiliation, the inconvenience of this fear, put it into the cloud and turn it black. With every number I count now, it's going to move further and further away. 1, Watch the cloud go. It's good riddance to bad rubbish. You don't need this fear. You don't want it, and you can watch it go too. Moving away from you. What a relief. What a weight off your shoulders. A burden off your mind. It's a lovely feeling, the sun coming out 3, even further away. Hard to know how you ever got this thing in the first place. It doesn't make any sense. 4, it's a tiny little speck, a smudge, and nothing on the horizon. Here it goes. Keep your eyes closed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From this moment on, you will be calm, comfortable, and relaxed around spiders. This is the one you likely encounter at home. It's not something you have to do, but it's something you can do.
No, Robert's taking
being in the container does make...
If you want to put your hand by the side of the spider first, just at the side of the container. There we go. And then you can realise that it's not going to do. Yeah. All right? Not worried? That's great. You feel you can cope with them at home?
Yeah. Go on then.
How are you?
I touched him.
It's brilliant.
I mean, the thing is, these spiders are so small and delicate that it's difficult to actually feel them.
I'm still sweating. I can't go near
How close have you
them
been?
at the moment. They tell me I will be able to. I just hope I will.
It doesn't move much. It stays sitting. So we go. It's moving around a little bit, just to say that. But it is a little spider, but it's good to start small. Have a look at that. Come a bit closer. Come a bit closer. You can do it. Right. And then you've got 3 of different sizes.
I mean, I can't believe that I've got one behind me, like really near, and I'm not freaking.
So the job here is to capture the spider, safely contain it, and then, release it. So we get it to move. Well, get it to move. There you go. Quick. Oh, I'll get it. Hold on. Okay. Go. There you go. Well done. Sliding the paper under.
Legs. Oh, legs.
Yep. Careful with those legs.
Up legs. Come on, up.
There you go. Okay, now pretend like you're going to the garden.
I'm not going to the garden, chaps.
Right, okay.
Oh, that's a good question. I forget. I think it's fine. But they have all got names as well, but I can't remember that. Generally, it's the same. There are some variances, depending on some ancient groups of spiders where they're a bit different. But all spiders have got 8 legs.
I touched it. I didn't really feel it, to be honest, because it ran away, but very light and delicate. And,
That's a rafter spider.
I've never ever been that near to a spider, actually, I don't think. I've actually put my finger on it. The idea of actually just going like that, on top of it, about 2 millimetres away. I feel like I just won the Nobel Peace Prize or something.
To do it. I passed. I felt calm. It's amazing. Felt really good. Yeah.
Do you think it's worked?
Definitely it's worked. It has. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, it's worked.
Well, I just feel exactly the same as I did before I arrived, to be honest, and I can't believe these people touching them now. I mean, I can't even get up towards the table to actually look at them. I can only look at them from a distance. I'm just so jealous of everyone else who, has managed to touch them and pick them up.
Okay, all right? Because I want to make sure that you're not going to drop her as well. So it's in my interest to make sure you're happy. Yeah? It's fine, isn't it? Yeah? It really is those few seconds before it touches your skin, and then after that, it's what am I worried about?
Nothing.
Yeah? Is that great? Lift your hands up a bit like this, and then...
And here we go.
That's great. See? How's that?
I can't believe I've held this thing.
I can't believe he's actually got that thing in his hand. I don't believe it. I'm just absolutely flabbergasted.
No.
I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Because we do a spider talk every day at 2 o'clock, and we don't let people hold a spider because we want to make sure they don't come to any harm.
Can you take a photograph?
Yeah. No.
Gambia, here we come.
There's a couple of things about why I find hypnotherapy a bit dodgy. The first thing is that majority of the time hypnotherapy you have to pay for. The other thing about hypnotherapy that I find difficult, it's somebody else doing it to you. It's almost as if they're kind of magical salesman saying and charisma, using their charisma. And therefore, if you do have a setback, you have to have more hypnotherapy.
Well, I have quite strong feelings about what I call fast food treatment. There's fast food psychiatry, fast food hypnotherapy, quick fixes of all kinds are the fashion these days. But I think if you want to arrive at a lasting, durable understanding of what's wrong with you, it takes time.
Later that week, Robert Farrago took Linda Holland to confront her bird phobia. Linda's last visit to Trafalgar Square was as a fearless child, aged 3. She's been too frightened to risk coming here since.
You're standing near what is, let's face it, a sea of pigeons.
Yeah.
And you're not...
Bird intensity.
Yeah, and you may be flinching from time to time, but
Yeah.
you're not freaking out. And that's all we want, is you to be, you know, I mean, there are lots of people who wouldn't be normally afraid of birds who wouldn't be in this environment.
It's a tribute to Linda's determination that she's come so far in so little time since her therapy. Whether the effectiveness of her treatment measures up to her courage remains to be seen.
I feel much more comfortable. I'm still wary of them landing on me. In fact, I don't want them to land on me. Go away. I've never been able to hold those birds in the zoo like I did today, or go near that parrot. Yeah, I can't believe that I've actually touched those birds. I'm amazed how it's gone. Amazed. I wish I could hold these birds, the ones in Trafalgar Square. Should I try? Stay there.
There you go.
Don't move. Oh,
sorry.
You put that flapping.
In this age of anxiety, we all have our private fears. For animal phobics, the promise of relief is a promise of liberation.